I bought this clutch lever off AliExpress for 13 quid. How bad or good can it be?
Right then, gang, welcome to another video. It is a beautiful day. So, in my old age now, I try not to modify stuff just for the sake of it, whether that be like cars, motorbikes, push bikes, whatever. And this mod, I think I've got a pretty decent reason for. So I've recently ventured into the world of wheelies. And I've found, after a few hours of practicing, my ring finger has started to bleed because it's rubbing on the standard clutch lever because I'm using just 2 fingers to clutch up. So I started doing some research, and apparently the cheapo AliExpress levers are actually pretty good. The shorty ones, that is, the ones that are designed for the use of 1 or 2 fingers. So I thought for the price, it's definitely worth a punt. 13 quid delivered to my door. So let's get back, let's fit it and see what we think of it.
So I thought we'd go through first impressions together. So I haven't even opened this yet. It took 8 days exactly to get here, and it was £11.99 all in. So let's take a look, shall we? Got the branding on the box. They do all sorts of levers. I checked out their AliExpress store and there is loads on there. Right, here she is. According to the website, this is the grey colour. Looks like we've got 3 pickup points for the clutch cable. It's quite light. Tell the whole thing is CNC machined, and the anodizing looks amazing, honestly. Tolerances seem alright, but kind of hard to say. Is a lock nut there. That's good to see. On the surface, it looks kind of amazing. Some machining marks there. I actually quite like seeing machining marks. Shows you how it was made. First impressions, I am very impressed. Let's get it on the bike, see how it feels. Let's get this lever on. So I think I've got all the bits that I need here. Oh, sorry in advance for the unsavory gun show. It's like 30 plus degrees here in Britain. It is very hot. I've got everything that I think I'm going to need here, so I'm just going to get started into it. There she be. Original lever. Looks like just 2 10mm bolts, and then we're going to have a clutch switch to deal with. We've got the DeWalt gun that matches the bike. I'm going to wind the barrel adjuster all the way in and line up the cutout so I can get the clutch cable out. I'm going to get the 2 10mm, hold the lever on. In my van garage videos, some people were asking me what the fold down table was for, and all sorts. Stuff like this. This is very handy right now, actually. Clutch switch. Boom, just like that, the lever is off. Don't think we need anything from this. We won't be reusing the clutch switch, but what we do need to do is decide what we're going to do with the clutch switch. So we need to hide it away nice and tidy, but that's the old lever. All ready for our new one. I think I'm going to start it on the lowest most clutch pull, cable pull, barrel hole there, because I think that's going to give us the easiest pull, but we'll see. We're going to see what we can do to hide this here clutch switch nicely. So I'm going to take the switch gear off. So this is the left-hand side switch. I think what I'm going to do is take this steel bracket off, which will allow me to put the clutch switch cable through onto this side, because I think there is enough real estate for it to just sit in there, and we'll cable tie it up. So I'm just undoing that steel bracket. I even got somewhere to sit. So I can just lift that bracket out. So cable tied up there and out the way is the clutch switch. I'm hoping it'll be alright there, it should be. It should be able to manoeuvre itself out the way. So I just undid this bracket and then rerouted it up there. Let's get it back on. Right, now, it's a good time. Time to put the lever on. So, to get the lever on, I'm going to do the reverse of what we did. Also going to wind the adjuster all the way in, get all the cutaways lining up like that, and now it's ready to receive the cable. So we've got Allen bolts to contend with now. It's worth noting as well, this is a 22mm or 7/16 lever. Just because the Grom is a bit of a vibrational beast, I'm going to put a little bit of Loctite on the M5 bolts holding the lever on. Just a smidge, because it is Ali. I don't want it to be stuck in there forever, but I also don't want it coming loose. Don't use red Loctite, you'll never get it out again. Get that started. The lever is aluminium, so go steady threading it in. It is a like stainless bolt in Ali, so it's going to be quite easy to cross thread it. The lever comes with this adjuster fitted, and I think that's so you can adjust the lever in a bit, but I don't think I'm going to want to do that, and this thing is like a bit ugly and sticking out a bit, so I think I'm going to take that out. I'll see if I can get it adjusted nicely without this, and if I need it, I'll put it back in. Oh, it feels good. Oh, you get a bit one finger action on that.
That's what she said.
I just need to adjust it and then we'll go for a ride. See if it's any good. I'll leave it there. I'll catch you on the bike. Let's go see what the lever's like. As a random side note, gang, I chose this colour because I was hoping it would match this, and it kind of does, which is pretty cool. So this is the grey colour. Anyway, let's go ride.
Here we are. It's a beautiful evening. I've been riding around with the new lever for a good 40 minutes or so now, and I gotta say, I really, really like it. It's one of those mods where the cost to improvement ratio is massive. Super low cost, really huge improvement. So the main merits of it are that it just allows for such more precise control. I always found before, maybe it's because I've got slightly big hands, I don't know, they're not especially big, but I always found that my hands and the clutch were getting kind of tangled. It's too much lever. So it feels really, really good. I think I've got it adjusted quite nicely as well. I know it's made for stunts and stuff, but even for just regular riding, it's really great. The clutch pull on a Grom or a motorbike like it is really light, so you don't need a big long lever. This is really manageable with one finger, and then two, if you really, really need it. I suppose as downsides, some people may find the lever to be fatiguing, but I think you'd really have to have a harder clutch pull for that to be the case, because it's completely fine. And then other downsides, I suppose it's not designed to crash like a regular lever is. So obviously, like a normal lever, the ball ends are going to break off and you're still going to be able to get home. And they usually have, this part's usually steel and then that part's usually alley, so this part is designed to break. This will not be designed to break nicely. I imagine if it does break, you're not going to be able to get home very easily. But that is just speculation, honestly. I would speculate that it's also potentially not very safe, but hard to say. That's total speculation. But so far, I'm really impressed with it. I think it looks great. It feels really good. Man, yeah, I really like it. Let's see if we can squeeze in a couple little wheelies to see what it's like. Bear in mind, I have only practiced wheelies for a couple of hours, so I am still very much a noob, so don't roast me too hard, chat. Oh, it just feels so much better. Obviously, it's not going to make me a wheelie king overnight, but it feels so much better. Not bad for a noob, eh? Right, and everybody, I am very impressed with this lever so far. I think it's going to make learning wheelies a lot easier. If you want to tune in and see how I get on my wheelie learning journey, I think it's going to be made a lot easier by this puppy. But you should subscribe, because next week I'm going to have a 1 week progress video, which I'm excited to drop. Thank you very much to anyone who tuned in. I appreciate every last one of you, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.